but specifically done for the female seafarer from her point of view.
Thank you.
Okay, so my one ask is that at the IMO that we get gender equality for all of our working groups and all of our committees. So I'm going to be very specific on that, although I also want to see, similar to you, I want there to see mandatory training over rape and sexual assault in first aid training for seafarers. That's an issue that's dear to my heart as well. But I would like to see the gender balance change at the IMO to show leadership.
Wouldn't we all? Can I just say that's two, but as I like you, you can make two changes. Kirsi?
So very similar. I really believe that we need women leaders at the top table, and we can start with IMO.
And I was also going to talk about the image of shipping. I challenge you all to take up your phones and tablets either now or at the later stage and Google Seafarer in English and or your own language and look at what comes up. Look at those pictures of Captain Haddock, Popeye, bearded men with pipes, and look around and see, is this the seafarers that we need for the future industry? Is this what we're searching for, and where are the women? So that would be my change. But since I'm holding the mic and I'm tallest of you, I will also say, I just must say, because I have this research project on how we can prevent bullying and harassment within the maritime industry. And let me just say that one thing that has proven to be actually working in this case is not only the training that you're talking about, because that could be a tick in the box, and there's research to suggest from other industries, not only shipping, that in the best case you have actually no change at all. In the worst case, those kinds of liability courses, short courses, can actually be counterproductive. But what has proven to be working is actually empower the bystander training, where we empower the bystander who is there, because the victim is not going to speak up for him or herself. And this is not only a gender issue, this is for all bullying and harassment out there. So it's very difficult for me to speak up for me when I'm being harassed. It's much easier for me to speak up for you, or for you, Liz, when it's happening. Because then I can take action. I can choose to be a passive bystander, and by that I actually accept this. I send the message that this is okay. Or I can choose to be an active bystander and say, hey, you know what, that comment is totally inappropriate. Or if I'm afraid to say that, I can just spill my coffee or talk about football or something. So in Sweden, we are actually we're implementing mandatory basics, empower the bystander training in the basic safety courses at the universities. So when you do the basic safety, which is mandatory for all seafarers, you also get a short training in how actually to speak up for others. And that is one thing that IMO actually could do. So it's not only happening in this little cold area up in the north, but it's actually doing internationally.
Thank you. Liz?
Before, yeah?
Briefly?
Yes. For me, my one change would be when you look at menstrual health, when you look at where I come from as a continent, we are ranked last all the time in everything. Gender equality, poverty, and everything. So for me to see that when you revise or when you decide to look at the MAPOL regulations and the annexes, if IMO could implement the fact that we could have disposal of sanitary products, whether you have a woman on board or a man, but it's just mandatory, they will see that there is a need and that we are being heard and that it's serious. That in itself will tell them that there's a greater regulation out there, that there are people who are more serious about these women. So they'll even shy away from trying to do anything else because they don't know what will come after that. So I think that will be my one change that I would like to see, that there will be an implementation of waste management, proper waste management of sanitary products and provision of sanitary products on board.